Late night pre-runner wrenching. Let's go. Dad, what up? Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I felt like it. I just got back. I'm a night owl anyway, and I'm going to wrench on this pre-runner. So I was telling you guys, I'm changing this body out for a slightly bigger body. I haven't done any of my wheelbase work yet, but this Baja Bug is going to be what's on it. But what I want to do tonight is get into the transmission and see if the bits I got are going to fit. I've looked at the exploded diagram of the other rig that this gear came from, and I think it's going to be okay, but I don't know. There's a lot of, I know I can make it work ability to this. It's going to be really easy to suss it out. And I've had these Baja Mickey Thompsons is what really should be on the trimmer's truck. I got them for your trimmer's truck, but they're too big. So I haven't had anything to use them on, but I think they may look good on a Baja Bug, if you know what I'm saying. It's kind of what I'm getting at. Dad, it may just be me and you tonight. I mean, it's 11, but what is this? West Coast time, it's only 8 o'clock or something? Whatever. So this is actually really easy to do, and zip ties are cheap, so I'm going to probably snip some stuff. It's not necessary. So I'm jacking this one up to fast. So the only thing is the post that comes out of the transmission may be slightly different. We're going to find out. Okay. Unplug it. Actually, I usually take this apart. I'll undo some of the electronics just when I'm cleaning this. I've had this skid plate off a bunch. Actually, now's a good time to stretch out the links and stuff too. Kelly changed the links on his, but there's holes in the chassis rails. I'm not changing the links. I may have to change 2 bolts and grab 2 nuts, but that's it. That's it. Late night wrenching. I mean, maybe I should have changed the name of it tonight. Let me be so specific on a niche that I never get anyone into it. Okay. It's that easy to drop the transmission. These are neat, man. Dad, I think you might like building a kit. The manuals are good these days, too. All right. So can we squeeze in this 42? I know we can. 42 spur gear into this thing. That's the job. like I don't get enough of this all day. So that is a 56 tooth stock spur, and I added a 20 tooth, but I was running an 18 in the video. The 20 tooth will probably now be too much. But we're going to find out. The 18 tooth pinion was starting to, I mean, it's okay still. Dad, I think you'd love a kit. I don't know. I do. I mean, I like the bodies, the sanding and all that. This is a pretty easy thing to see if it's going to work, though. I'm not even going to worry about the motor yet. So this spur and pinion, the one thing I was concerned about is it's got 3 holes in it that are meant to receive this piece here. But I was smart enough to buy the slipper and washer bits that come with this different gear. I'll compare them to you in a minute. Yeah, Dad, they're cool. I don't know. I like them. I like doing the wrenching. I like the body work, but I like the wrenching too. And I was going to do this anyway. And I think we're going to take out, y'all haven't seen a video on this 8 scale. Instead of a 10 scale crawler, that's an 8 scale. Not as big as Kelly's Vertex, but that's an 8 scale Helaman that has cutting brakes. Instead of a dig where you lock up the back two, you lock up either the left or the right. And I haven't run it yet. I borrowed it from a friend who met us, Pete, who was in the Prerunner video, who met us to run the Prerunners and crawl at France Park. But yeah, check that out. 56 tooth stock, fine for crawling. And if you and for me is kind of fast, but not near as fast as what these guys have. And this is metal, and it's a 40 tooth. So let's see. And there's only one slipper pad on this. I'm not quite sure where it goes yet, but I think I can get it done. And you do have some opportunities to, there's some enough shaft there coming out the motor that I can slide in or out on that pinion. I think this is going to work. But yeah, so Kelly and I are thinking about going this weekend, and I'm going to run the Coyote, which I haven't run since I did the brushless conversion and the dig. I haven't run the Guillemot yet, and where we go, you have to park. So I think running the Prerunners is what's up. So I'm more worried about the power than I am the body right now. Fred, what up, dude? Good to see you. I am going to nerd out, and here's the job tonight. That may work. Oh, that's awesome. Wonder if there should be a circlip there for this. Anyway, so slipper pad think this is going to work. I'm going to go ahead and stick it on the slipper pads. Yeah, hey, cool. Hanging out. Fred, good to see you, man. Have you run that Helaman yet? I saw you just put out a video the other day, but I hadn't seen what it was yet. Slipper pads have a self-stick on them. I'm going to go ahead and use them. I think this is going to work, though, dudes. Long-time watcher from New Zealand. What time is it for you in New Zealand? I usually don't go this late, but for our West Coast friends, it's only 8:30. It's 11:30 here. And I'm a night owl, so it's no big deal. See, I got this extra washer as well, if necessary. But that goes all the way down on the plastic plate. Just a short video. Got it. This one's better. Oh, yeah, because it goes square post down to round. That's going to work. Victor, what up, man? He pop in here? I think this is going to work, dudes. The only other real concern I had was if I was going to run out of thread for the nut. I saw in the exploded diagram, it looked like there was maybe a spacer. But again, I got this extra. I was throwing an extra washer on it. I guess I'm glad I did the slipper pads. Dude, who cares? Let's put an extra washer on there. 5:30 p.m. Okay. I think I'm going to do the extra washer. Randy, what up? I thought we'd have guys interested in this eventually. Let me turn the heat off. This thing is going to scream. I may put the 18 tooth pinion back on. I don't know. Now this doesn't want to come off. It easy fix. Honestly, let's just torque it down and see. Because I don't think I need to. I think it's going to be all right. I think it's going to be all right. But if it's not, I can throw a washer on. Because I just may be running out of threads is all. Let's see. I need to hold the drive shaft still. Which is tricky. I have a broken driver that I like using for holding pins still. Those junk bits that come with your vehicles, they're good for this kind of stuff too. Something you don't care about. Dylan, Good to see you. I actually was getting ready to reach out to you about a windshield, a window on a, gosh, now I forget the name of that Buick we have. My gosh. Enclave. Enclave. I think it's really hard to tell. That's on there, yo. Sweet. So now there's this metal spur and the pinion is super far away. So we're going to adjust that real quick. I'm going to show you how I do the mesh too. So this worked. I was able to stay on brand, slightly different. So interesting that now some of you guys that have had axial 10.3s know there's a difference between the 10.3s. The 10.3 like Bronco and CJ7 and the Wrangler have a slightly different transmission than like the base camps do. But not that much different. This is great. Yeah, let's just mesh it up with the 20 tooth that's on here, even though I know it's crazy. It's going to be bonkers. Now, the trick on the mesh is that you don't want it too tight. And that a 2 millimeter as well. And you want the teeth in full contact. I need to slide the pinion back a little. You can kind of see it's out a little too far. I'll go ahead and get that correct now before I undo too much. Sweet. Tighten it back up on the flat spot. Cool. Now these have a bit of a slide that I can do. That or the crack, there's a split across it, Dylan. And I don't know if y'all fix those or what. Now, hopefully I can get this motor close enough to this to engage the son of a gun. It may be physically running out of room. Son of a. Okay, that's okay because I have a 23 tooth pinion sitting here that might fit. Now I can always drill. I actually can't because the motor is hitting the box, the gearbox. Oh, that's okay. I think the 23 tooth pinion will do it, which means it's going to be even faster. I'm going to have to slow that. That's okay. I'll travel adjust, limit it down. I'm going to have the fastest one out there, yo. I'm going to have the fastest one out there. Let's see. Is this going to go? Shit. It ain't going to make it either. There's no way. Dang it. It would be one thing to just open up the slots to slide the motor over, but dang it. I'd have to expose the gearbox, all the gearing that's in this piece here. That's what's holding me up. The motor physically can't move over anymore. Man, that was a good idea. I mean, bigger pinion is going to be, this is already nuts. Damn it. And it is what it is. This all fits together so good. Shoot. Well, I was going to show you how to set the mesh, but it's not a thing here. I guess I will have to set it because I'll leave this 23 tooth on here and put the regular spur back on because that's all I can do. Shoot, that was a good idea. But nope. It's all right. I'll show you how to set the mesh when I'm going to put it back together. All right. Bummer. That was gonna be my solution. That's how I was gonna win. Yeah, fat fingers, dude. Big hands, you know you're the one. That's all right. That's okay. It did speed up when I went from 18 to 20 tooth. And so this 23 tooth on the stock 56 is going to have to be it, unless I make some major changes, which I don't know what I would do. It would require a whole lot of messing. I still reserve the right to get a 28 tooth pinion or something crazy to work it out. All right, so we don't need that washer. And this metal 40 toother that I thought was going to be the solution is not going to be it. So we're going back on with the stockies. So yeah, transmission, like transfer case business here. The shaft sticks out. This guy with the 3 stub outs goes right here. It's got a square hole as well, so it slides down to that groove. It's supposed to. There. And stock Tober's going back on, so now this motor has to slide out of the way. Bollocks. There. Keys right in. Big washer goes back. And the nuts going back on. That's all right. But yeah, pro tip coming up on the mesh. That's for sure. This does key in better. That's why there's no slipper pads, because it won't slip the way that keys in. So you can get your mesh perfect, but when you tighten it up, it's going to walk. So I like 2 pieces of paper, because no matter what I do wrenching on it, it's impossible to get it too close. 2 pieces of notebook paper. I'm going to do it here in a second. I'm going to slide this pinion out because it's going back on the stock one. So it's full contact with the spur. 23 tooth pinion. I'm gonna have to live with this, I guess. But you want the gears tight, but not ridiculous. You want to be able to wiggle it just a tiny bit. And again, with the notebook paper on the mesh, I like to, so I'll fold this up, make it 2, roll it in between them, and tighten it up. Yeah, because when you tighten it, even if you're holding it perfect, when you tighten it, it'll walk. So you want to make sure it's tight with the paper. Okay. And then you can roll your paper out. And now you have, I want a little more wiggle than that. That's actually still too tight, if you ask me. So yeah, let's loosen it up just a tick. Just a tick. I'm gonna roll this through here one more time. 2 usually works for me. I really did cram it on though that time. You're gonna, you want to cupcake the paper, but not monkey it too much. That seems a little better. Oh yeah, that's good. But I just know if I don't put it back in there, it will walk. Okay. That's it. So yeah, you want these things to be able to be engaged, but we'll focus on this if my head goes away. These things are made to focus on the face, cameras these days. I want it to focus. I know it's not focusing on it, but see how it's wiggling just a tiny, tiny bit? The gear's engaged good, but there's just a little bit of play. So that's it. That spins good. Nice and free. Big 23 tooth pinion. Let's go. I'm going to put it back together, I guess. Oh, this is the 20 tooth pinion. You stupid ass. Let's do it again. Yeah, I already know what this 20 does. Let's go 23. Gosh, Ryan. Jackson RC Aviation, what is up, man? I went through all that trouble, show how to set the mesh on the same old pinion. Yeah. Watch this not have enough room to move. Son of a bitch, it better. Big old 23. Let's go. I hope it fits. Yes. Just. That's fantastic. Still got a grub screw on it. Stinker. Let's see. Did I put the Loctite back? I did. Wow. I'm impressed. You just already know you better do it. The Loctite of it all. It's a little dabble, do you? Dink. It depends what you want. If you want top end or torque. I think I got plenty of torque. So losing a little torque to get some top end is okay. The bigger, this 23 tooth pinion, bigger than the 18, I'll still be plenty torquey, but I'm going to have way more top end. And the 40 tooth I was trying to put on would have been more revolutions on the shaft. Yeah. At least that's what I believe. I'm pretty sure. And some of this is predicated upon what I learned doing the overdrive business. Let's see. Do I like it? I do. I do. But I like it a little bit better if it was a little bit more out. Loctite. Yeah, so the motor with the bigger pinion, it's funny. It's opposite of what you think right away, actually, sometimes on this stuff. All right, let's get close and then we'll go for the paper. But I ran this on the 18 tooth pinion, and you guys saw the video. I got my butt whooped, and then I ran it with a 20 tooth pinion, and it was faster. Now I got a 23. So cool. All right, we got one nut, one bolt, pseudo tight. This is the Prerunner, Chris, which is basically when you take an awesome four-wheel drive crawler and make it suck on purpose, so you can run that twin I-beam kit. That's a base camp with a Vortex 3S BLX power system and two-wheel drive. We did videos of them. We had like 5 of these things out the other day. Yeah. Yeah, that's it. So it's fun because we've all kind of done different things to get here. And Kelly got an aftermarket like 46 tooth, 49 tooth um spur and was able to make it work with a 24 tooth pinion. So, and he just got it off Amazon, man, and it had holes in it, so he was able to use the stock stuff, just plug in that gear. And I thought, well, let's try this 40 tooth off the CJ710-3. Maybe it'll work. But the transmissions are different enough they don't. So I just tried it. That should be good. But I was impressed with the 20 tooth going from 18 to 20. I was happy with it going a little faster, but knowing what I'm up against, I knew it wasn't enough. That's why I tried this 40, but doesn't fit. So I'm going to either have to get the gear he's got or rock with what I have here. So those are meshed good, a little bit of wiggle, but still good contact. It just wiggles a tiny bit. And if you're tight on these gear, your stuff's going to get hot fast. I already know because I did it on bashers before where I made the mistake of having the mesh too tight, and it really does affect things. You want it, you don't want it so loose you strip things and break teeth, but you do want a little bit of mesh. All right, 18 tooth pinion, 20 tooth pinion, 23. For now, that's it until I grab that other gear. Yeah, that mesh is nice. I could probably tighten it up. Just a little bit, just a hair. I'm gonna tighten it up just a hair. Oh, good, Jackson. Awesome. So it was just a transmitter. What would that come with the DX3 or was it the SLT something? There's a weird trick for Fred. That's not a bad idea. There's a weird trick for calibrating the radio itself, depending on what it is. But if you got it working, it's cool. I'm just saying it's possible that other radio might be okay, but I think you've already been through it with that. Anybody see that new Sin Racing thing today? It's like, do they look at the market at all. I don't know. I'm totally underwhelmed by it. Okay. On the radio itself or the ESC, Jackson? Both. I'm a perfectionist. That's better though. The Ranger body, yeah, I don't know, man. It's underwhelming. And for honestly, I do like the chassis actually in a way for builds or something. Is that thing got open diffs? I have not been flying very much, but I do a ton of programming videos still though. All right, I'm happy with that. It's probably just like it was before I got the new Twin Otter I'm dying to fly, but I'm going to do a video on the programming just like I did with the Sportix. I'll show how slick and easy the AS3X Plus stuff is to do, but I'm going to take it to a extreme, and I'm going to also show how to program out the differential thrust, how to program in reverse thrust, and how to do adjustable gains. But I'm going to make it like 2 or 3 separate videos. That's the only way I can do it now. I don't have I refuse to put out crappy flying videos, so I'll just try to offer. That's the thing, man. These tutorials, they're more work and not as much fun as flying videos are. But they're more helpful. And who's doing them? I'm not the influencer guy anymore the same. I don't get them. That's okay. I can't get them done. I do like that T6 though. The boat trailer guys. Yeah, dude. And they're great at that. And they actually look pretty good. 23 tooth. This thing's going to rip still until I can get. I know that gear, that spur gear that Kelly has is going to work because we're on base camps. The only caveat is he may have a smaller motor, which is why he was able to get it closer to mesh it up. And I've got a 3S Vortex motor in here, 3200 kV. His is 2800. So I've got a little bit more motor here already. Yeah. All right. This is easy. We'll put it back together now. When you put it back together, don't forget to, you'll put the whole thing back together and then realize the drive shaft's not done. So don't be an idiot. What I like doing, and this fits, this is, you know what? I should move these links while I'm at it too. Shit. I'm gonna have to build some get some spacers, I think. I'm just thinking about it now while the transmission's not in yet again. This may be a good time to do this. Because if I can do it without having to take the whole skid plate out, that's cool. If I can get down there to it. Shit. I want to take out this bloody skid plate. Or this is where you get one of those crappy L wrenches that come with the kits and do it by hand. Also. Unless I can get... Oh, yeah. I got it. Yes, you can. You can go deep dish bead locks, or you can go with the 15 millimeter axle extensions Kelly is using. So I bought them. So yeah, since I had put in a legit short course body on here now, Fred, did you see it? Baja Bug, bro. I'm redoing it. I'll redo the body posts and everything. But stretching out these trailing links, there's 3 positions that you can mount these trailing links. In the book, when you build it, tells you to put it in the middle. And I told Kelly the other night, because his wheelbase was driving me nuts the way it's set on the body, because the body's too big. So he widened it out, but he didn't stretch it out. So I was really talking to him about Lexan cutting the body to make it look right. And then I thought, oh yeah, there's 3 positions. So he moved them back. And what that does, though, is it kind of changes the pinion angle a little bit where it's aiming down. And so he put on longer links back here. There's holes in the chassis rails. I'm going to use those same silver links. I'm just going to use 2 longer bolts with nuts and not change the links. So I'm changing the trailing links here, and I'm also undoing these while I have the transmission off, because I can. And we'll change I'll get these loose, and then I'll change the trailing links. 1215. I'll have this back together in a little bit. Yeah, man, it's going to be sweet. And if you haven't seen our pre-runner video yet, Kirk and Kelly's already have this wide and stretch done to them. And so it works. We know it does. And as easy as it is to get that transmission out, I will again, I'm telling you, I think because my motor's bigger, I may be screwed where I can't do the spur he's got. Maybe I'll have him measure it for me, because I got this one out and I can compare it to his because I was close to being able to play with the mesh on it. But yeah, so we're pulling these out, and then we'll move the plastic links back. I'll have to change the shock positions, like a couple holes, to maintain the geometry. No big deal at all. That's what's neat about these kits. They tell you how to build them, but you don't have to do it that way. There's multiple opportunities, and zip ties are a dime a dozen. So these wires are in my way, man. So snip my wires back so I can get at this stupid screw. Yeah, bro. Deep dish, axle extensions. There's a number of ways to get wide on this. And the reason I do want to use these links is because these links, when you build the kit, they're not straight links at the end of these. The rod ends are curved opposite each other. And when Kelly put straight ones on, there's already a tension there that I don't want. So if I can reuse these ones, I'm gonna. So I'll show you how cool this is here in a sec. Come on. It's such a pain in the ass. I could probably. How'd I get the other one so good? Yeah, so this rig is already cool, but because theirs are so good and fast, I was like, dude, I just wanted to run mine stock the way they intend, and then kind of wanted to see if Kelly's stood up to the abuse of being wider and longer, which exacerbates the loads on the leverage of things. And it held up. So I'm doing it. All right. So we just pulled these. One metal link is loose already, and the other one's coming out right now. And so those go on the skid plate before you really have a skid plate in the chassis rails. That's why it was a son of a gun for me just now. But they mount here to these brackets kind of up and on the skid. Yeah. Right there. But what's cool is about as far as I'm sliding this thing back anyway is, see that hole right there? I just stuck the wrench through it. That hole right there. And there's another one in between where I poke through and the bracket. You can see it when I light it up. The brackets there. There's a hole that you can't see because there's plastic behind it, and then another hole. So I can just mount those links right to these metal links right to the chassis rail. All I need is 2 nuts, which I have, and I won't have to change the links. So that's cool. All right, Randy, see you, man. Tomorrow's Friday, thank goodness. Thank goodness. Now this is a little bit of a trick because of the way there's like these spacer bushings in this for this trailing link, but I'm gonna go ahead and move them back. And I'll do the shocks last, but you'll see what that does to the geometry if I don't. Yeah, these are cool. And there's bushings on either side of this. Which make it a little bit of a pain. But it's doable. JCB in here? What up, man? We're just wrenching. I'm up anyway. I'd have been doing this anyway. And the weekend will be here soon. Daylight runs out fast now. So what's the difference? We're all night owls now because it's freaking dark so fast. All right, get this one started. Yeah, these little plastic bushings keep that spread. Let's see. So that one's got to go on. Now, you need 3 hands. That might be enough. Not quite. So you have to sandwich this trailing link with those. Daylight saving time sucks. Why don't they give it to you at the end of the day instead of the morning? You know what? When I was a kid, they said they were doing it for the farmers. Horse shit. Because the farmers don't care what time you call it. They're going to get up and do what they got to do when they got to do it. So then I've also heard people say, it's for the bankers. Well, screw them too. Well, don't screw the farmers, but not too, but just, you know why I think they do it? Since it's late night conspiracy time, I think they do it just to unsettle our circadian rhythm. If I had to guess. Done on that side. So what also may happen is the drive shaft may not be quite long enough because of this too. But I've got enough bits around that I'm pretty sure I can make it work, if you know what I'm saying. All right, so that's stretched. Coolie high harmony. And now it's not a bad idea doing this without the transmission. You guys remember the Wing Dragon at all? Who remembers the Wing Dragon? I know Dad does. Arctec Wing Dragon at Nitro Planes, 90% pre-assembled, perfect for beginner. Remember them? Dad's got a couple, and it's getting upgraded to brushless. So we've been sourcing parts for it, and we'll see. I think we're close. Okay, stretching out the links. Cashing checks, making sound effects. Those bushings are tricky, but it's not that bad if you're not an idiot. What's nice about the mounts is they're flexible enough that once you start getting through that pivot ball, you can get enough screw sticking out that you can slide it out and get that last bushing on pretty easy. I say that, and then this will be the one. Got it. Got it. Dude, I went out door dashing tonight. That by the time I get out there, the good gigs were gone. That's that. And you can imagine now when you slide back the axle by moving that your pinion angle comes, I mean, not that much, but it comes up. So plenty of opportunities though. Dude, I'm putting the transmission in to see where these links need to be. I should go ahead and move the shocks too. Let's do that. All right, so here's just a fun deal. Easy reference on how far you move that back is a tape. I measured this earlier. Yeah, 10 millimeters. So it's that hole right there. Moving it back. A few. And that'll make sure that we keep the ride height we like. One, two, three, four. So 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a top and a bottom as well as a front and back on these shop positions. It's just plastic. So once it's tight, stop. I love that this has a little light on it. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4. One, two, three exposed, and number 4. 1, 2, 3 exposed, and number 4. Okay, cool. I just already know. Let me see if I got a longer one of these right now before I even start. Because, dude, the gyro screwdriver. The funny thing is, man, Mike Kennedy got me that screwdriver, and I had it sitting around for 2 years before I knew how to work it. I did not know that you just turned your hand. I was like, I hear it trying to do stuff, but nothing's happening. And then one day I realized The whole world can know something, and I'll feel like I'm the first guy that ever experienced it. Hey, cool. I need a couple big servos for the Snowblade is going to go on the International Scout pretty soon. Hey, what pinion's this? 14. Anyway, those servos are in there, but the thing I'm looking for is not. Holy moly. Oh, yeah. This is from the overdrive job. Dude, are these links longer? Hold on, bro. I have so many links left over from because it's a base camp. Nope. Definitely not. There's a couple maybes. Too long for sure. Too short for sure. Son of a gun. These will do it. These will do it. It's 10 millimeters, right? Is what I said the stretch was. Oh my gosh. That'll do it. That'll do it. I can use the stock locations. I don't have to get bolts or whatever. Nice. Okay. And save and drive shafts. Maybe it's a longer middle telescopic piece. But if not, maybe the big tube is. Oh, yeah, I think the big tube is. That's not longer, but. And that's not longer, but that is. Haw, haw, haw. Okay. So what's on the truck? It's already a long one. It is already a long one. Okay. We'll see. We'll see. And that's the same. Damn. Okay. Well, thing I'm looking for. I don't think I have. That's okay. I do have what I need to make it work. These can go back. I set out the two that'll work. Yes. I just got to change the rod ends on them. So, I mean, this is how it goes. You get into it and you realize there's a little bit more to do. I'm just going to take the links off while I got shit apart. Why? Why not? Dude. And I'll show you what I mean on the see you later, JCB. I'll show you what I mean on the links. having those rod ends. Got to get a tire off to get a bolt. Blah, blah, blah. Yo, I'll be up till 2 anyway, so whatever. It's 12:30 here. California peeps aren't cool. No one's doing pre-runners. So now I can get at this. Easy. Man, this is cool. It's fine. I'm just fine going with the stock location, but a slightly longer. And that's why you measure the difference of things. So then when you got to source it, you know what you need. Come on. I should have done this when the shocks were still undone. Big long screw. Now I can pull those links off. And see how they got a bend opposite each other? That's what it's supposed to be. It's designed in. So I'm just going to put those rod ends on these. I didn't need these because this doesn't have a front axle. The rod is, bro, it's dead-eye dick. I guarantee you, it's like 10 millimeters, which even if it's not exactly, it's what I need. Dude. Here's how you really do it. That's a good way to be eye to eye. Dude, come on. They're 10. It's 10 millimeter difference. That's what I need exactly. Weird. How cool is that? Bro, and then we'll figure out that the drive shaft, put trans back in. We'll be done for now. Anyway, let's see. I love these. Got a little hole in the middle. And what's interesting too is there is a reverse thread and a regular thread on these. That's too big. You some gun, some bish. GB, what up, dude? Wrenching so I can race and beat dudes. We have got so many regular crawlers that now we're at the point where we're taking good crawlers and making them suck on purpose. We're going 4-wheel drive to 2-wheel drive pre-runner style. So it's all about that twin I-beam kind of desert racer deal, but it's a crawler. But we are doing our thing to them to make them not that anymore. Dude, your kid's got to be 2 or something by now. Hope that's going well. Yeah, man. Cool. So let's see. One of these sides gives it away. So on these links, when you're building one of these kits, you're going to be like 3. Golly, I was thinking 2 or 3, and I was like, could have been 2. Gosh, 3. Time flies, bro. I mean, I got a 14-year-old. It's nuts. So one of these is a reverse threaded. Righty loosey on this one. 4 in April. Wow. Cool. It's the coolest thing you ever do, isn't it? All this other stuff, it's cool, but there's nothing as cool. So these links, there's a little scribed in line on one side, and then it's, they're tapered on both sides, but smooth here. And there's a scribed line around it on one side. The scribed line side is the regular thread. The smooth, I've found out, is the reverse. Yeah. Pro tip. Let's see. We're going to get this son of a gun back together. Nice. Yeah, dude. Teenage. I got an 8-year-old girl, a 12-year-old girl, a 14-year-old boy. The 8-year-old's the one that's going to sneak up on me. She might as well be 3 still, but she's 8, man. And all of a sudden, she's going to care about makeup. It's going to kill me dead. The other one already does. Okay. So this one's lefty loosey, as you would expect. What a cool fix this is. So righty tighty. Yep. On this one, that will be appropriate. Dude, my kid went from, he was hardcore in the theater for the longest time, and he is a sporto now. All the way. All the way. Righty tighty on that one. This one will be backwards. It's so weird. It's not often you mess with reverse threaded stuff. Every now and then on twin engine stuff you do. Yeah. He was good. He developed some chops on, I can't believe the audacity to get up there and read lines and even sing. Theater, a lot of times musical. Man, and he did it. And he was always like the youngest kid around. So he got chops on dealing with adults, which I think it served him. He's got a different kind of dynamic with all his coaches, I think, in a way, because of his level of comfort with them. I don't know, having worked with adults and, young people. All right, this one is I still gotta do it. This one is the regular. No, righty loosey. Righty loosey. Yeah. Dude, I'm so glad these links work. I mean, I don't know. It would have been okay, but I would have had to get some washers, find some nuts. This is just going to go, which is great. All right, lefty loosey on that one. How's that way too? Oh, with adults. Yeah, dude. Yeah, dude. I went from the cradle to the retirement home and the art building at a college. I got turned out by college kids and AARP recipients. Okay, this is the lefty loosey one. Go ahead and put it on while I'm thinking about it. Lefty Lucy. You are seeing it all, man? Jeebs? Dude, I could build kits, dude. I'm telling you, for a job. Anybody want a kit built? This is so weird. Righty Lucy. It gets me every time. It's just odd. Nice catch. Pomfrets. And man, for what we're doing with these things, I like these rod ends. That's why I'm going to the trouble of making them work and repurposing these on longer links, because the FMS ones that him and I have extra because of the leaf sprung jobs we've done, because that's what it is. That's where he got them. It's from the leaf sprung job, leftovers. Let's see. These go opposite. But these are going to be more durable, and they're the proper angle. So there's not any stress. Gardening. Nice. You growing food, bro? Okay. This shouldn't be too hard. They're going to go like this. Yep. Sweet. And it's the one long one. The axle's flipped right now, which is fine. I'm actually so pumped I get to reuse these. Sick. That's the name of the game, is just doing something, being busy, doing something for yourself. That's not the grind of it for someone. And it's nice when it's a hobby in a way, because I feel like in a way a rare breed to be able to have tried to make my hobby a job and a business, and it not go the way I wanted it, and still be here doing it, enjoying it. Sweet. Where's my... There it is. Stock location station. What have I done? Thinking it was smart to take advantage of flipping the axle back. You rat, Baxter. It's an easy fix, though. Come on, man. I think one shock might be enough. You rat bastard. Come on. Yes. Yes. Take that, fate. Dude, I'm so pumped. Yeah, man, I've been doing a lot of 3D printing, like bodies and stuff. Like we've been making SEX6 bodies, um, 3D printed style. So it's like it's like art. Uh, you get to do body work on them like you would a real one, Bondo and all. And some, 10 scale as well. 1, 2. I would screw that up when I 1, 2, 3 in a hole. 1, 2, 3 in a hole. That's what she said. All right. The wheel can go back on too to make things a little more pleasant. For me, I'm not worried about the extensions quite yet. I'm going to mount up. They're easy to do though. Let's get this part back together though first. Stop pressuring me. It's addicting. It's its own hobby, man. Me and my buddies around here, around town, I've really, except for, having Captain Mike and Bobby K, and that was really it. And then with the shop, guys like Dylan and Kelly and stuff, that guys that came around the shop and we hung out in our seed and it stayed friends. Otherwise, it's just been the internet. So now there's like there's 3 or 4 of us that'll go out on the weekend and hike these trucks. All right, man. Sick. This is coming back together. You can see why I wouldn't want to put the transmission back yet. You would. Okay, cool. Comes in from the top. Bet, as they say, the kids say. Oh, yeah. It's not going to work with the driver. Get it started by hand so it's straight. I do like the light though, man. So the light is on me for TV, but I cannot see. This is where I need the ball drivers. Dwayne, what up, man? This is where I need the ball drivers, brother. Let's see. Get this lined up. Holy smokes. Let's go. I just don't want to have to undo the skid plates and the transmission mount skid as well. Awesome. Sick. Smash the like. Thank you, man. It's just the audacity to do it, brother. It's just, it's true. Just get out, just do it. Beats not, no matter what. All right, here's the question now. Did that son of a bitch seat the way it's supposed to? Of course it didn't. Appreciate that, though. You know what? Who says I have to use that hole? There's one above it. It's going to be easier to get to. I think I'm going to use it. Yeah. I just don't want to take everything apart to do it. YOLO. Yeah, why not? Fred's been retiring for 5 years. Oh my gosh. I do have one of those headlamps, Fred, but I don't wear it on TV. Probably should. For moments such as this. That's still not high enough to do what I need it to. I need a rounded tips. Bro, come on. The thing is, because of the angle, you can get it started, but the back side you'll screw around and be wrong on if you're not careful. If you don't stick your tongue out right, you'll never get it. You know what I mean? I'm glad I checked. Rat. Baxter. So close. Yet so far. Come on, man. Okay. Finally. Victor posting vids in the house. Bunch of turbine stuff, man. You've been going to a lot of events, Fred? Vic? I just realized something too. There's another spot to, if you wanted to, mount the trailing links on the axle at the back. Okay, I got it. I got it in there. Finally. One of them. Interesting. Noons, what up? California people, I think. What up? We're wrenching on a crawler we've turned into a Prerunner with a recently released 10.3 Prerunner twin I-beam kit. from Proline. I think you're going to like it here. That's still not right, is it? Some bit. Arizona. Still somewhat free. I guess I'm just meaning time zone kind of stuff. You know, all this to avoid just what I could have done already. You stupid son of a bitch. I'm just doing it. Just, why are you so stupid for? 1, 2, because I actually really do want them in the stock location instead of making concessions here. This should come off. Yeah. And then I can just mount it up to it. Tell us how you really feel. These old flapping lips. What up? I got a skinny one here. I think it's only the 2. That should come off so I can do what I got to do. I do believe, I do declare there's been a murder. Once you get dirt and stuff in there, it becomes a little bit different. Francis, what up? Nothing happened, just changing, stretching things out. Now putting it back together, trying a different spur and pinion, that kind of stuff as well. And then I think I'm on to something until I'm not. Being able to see would be neat. Yeah, that's not coming out because it's in the stinking frame rail now. It's okay. That's how it goes. That's why it won't come out, dumbass. I mean, that is how I put it together, but then it went in between the frame rails. Longer, wider, and faster, and almost back together. But not happy with it unless I can mess with it way more than really should be necessary. Let's see. I'm a little bit done messing around though now. I am going to just, if you undo that though, you have to undo the cross members at the front and shit too. Fine. I'll just wrestle it and make it work here. I ain't got time for the pain. Need some Excedrin. Ready, set, film. Do you recommend Creighton 4S or 6S? They're both amazing. But if I broke one and had to work on one, I'd rather have the 6S. Let me tell you why. This may be actually multiple reasons, but this reason alone may be enough to sway your decision. True or false? When you break the bottom half of the front or rear diff on the 6S Creighton, you have to also replace the chassis because the bottom half of the gearbox is part of the chassis. False. It's the 4S one that's like that. So the 3S line with the plastic chassis and the 4S plastic chassis, they're amazing. But if you break the bottom half of the gearbox, it's a full chassis replacement. If you have the 6S, Hyatt, what up? Bro, I'm up late every night anyway, but you ain't lying. You ain't lying. Dude, the 4S, I like them, but yeah, on the 3S line, the 223S stuff, 4S Creighton, 4S Mojave, if you break the bottom half of the gearbox, it's a full chassis replacement. And for that reason, I like the 6S. And how can you just not like the 6S anyway? But you know what? If you're not going to send it to the moon, you may never break it. Now, hitting stuff that doesn't move will break anything. Which one drives better? 6S. 6S, but the 4S one's wicked too. I've got some short form and long form videos of 6S and 4S Creighton. Sending them to the moon. Jason Hyatt in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Say hey. We don't talk about work though. We don't talk about Fight Club. I do not want people to put me on blast. So it's a secret. All right, I'm gonna try again the stock location. I really want to do this without doing the having to take the skid plate apart. So Jason, I built a twin I-beam 10.3, which is a new deal Prerunner, and it was awesome, and I ran it already. But my buddies, they did the same thing too, but they bought the wrong size body. So if you get the 10 scale crawler body, it's fine. If you get like a regular 10 scale, like short course body, it's too big for a crawler 10 scale. But they fixed it by stretching out from the stock location, the trailing arms, and putting extensions on the axles. So I already did a Prerunner body up, the Ford, whatever, 67 Ford there. And those guys were running short course. So I was like, dude, I'm going to finally do a bug. I've been wanting to do a bug. I got the Baja bug, but it's short course style. So I'm stretching out. I've done some pinion and spur stuff, and I'm stretching out the whole thing. And then I got my extensions for the Wide Max stuff. Already run it, and it was fine, but it needs to be faster. And that's the problem with having buddies local you run with, is the competition is real. And I'm afraid I got to compete. Pete Holy came and ran with us, Jason. It was awesome. We did a video. I put it out just a couple days ago, but we went to a quarry and crawled and ran these things. And I was joking with my buddies. I was like, we're going to all this trouble to make a crawler fast. I'm looking at faster stuff down here on the floor. But there's something about making something do things that's it's not supposed to. So That's what we're doing. I mean, honestly, the Lozi Baja Ray, it's basically what I want, and it's done. It's already solid rear axle, independent front suspension, trailing links and stuff. Ty, what's happening? Yeah, I'd be up anyway. Ready, set, film, man. I think I've told you what you need to know. I mean, it kind of depends on the cache of batteries that you may have already and or are willing to get. Of course, the 6S Creighton is 6S. The 6S and the 4S are both going to be the IC5 size connector, formerly known as EC5. I did not want to take this whole shit apart to do this, but I'm afraid I should have started that screw first. You don't have batteries yet. Hey, if you're shopping, take advantage of the sales. It's cool, but it is just the beginning of the holiday season. Who knows? There may be more. You know, there will be. Gearing it up and stretching it out. I got a new body for it, bro. I got rid of the Prerunner body and I got a short course Baja Bug, dude, that I'm going to do. And the axle extensions. There's no way I don't have to be the fastest. I just have to be first. But with the rig I had, it wasn't going to happen. And honestly, if it wasn't for those guys, I would be happy with what I have. But I'm not. Dude, the new erratics looks fantastic. Even more of what I like the erratics for. Front yard messing around, dude. I like that. I like that a lot. Yeah, Jeeves, you never know. That flight sim may go back on. It doesn't take up any space in a warehouse, really. I think that's kind of what some of that's about. With tariffs and everything else that's been happening, you've got this desire to streamline coming down from the top. Dude, he makes everything look good. That kid makes everything look good. And you know what? Besides being a fantastic pilot, he just seems like I've met him back right when he was getting the job. He's just a nice guy. Like everything looks fun that he's doing, which is the A plus in that game. And it's, it's legit. Like the dude he's good and he's having fun. It's authentic. Nice. I like it. Nice guy. Bro, which hole do I want now? I forget. Oh, yeah, that one. Except I'm changing it. Yeah, that's right. So is 6S of any use blowing out traction rather than 4S? Not over torquing and slipping. I know this. If you throw 4S in a 6S rig, it's you're missing out on what it's made to do. You're missing out bigly on what it's capable of. And I know this because when I was scared of the 6S deal, dude. My first 6S basher was the Outcast or Notorious, whatever, same. And I ran it. I even wasted the time to video that son of a bitch on 4S. And it was fun. But dude, 6S is that's what's up. Dude, I swear. I have a rounded tip in the garage. Hold on. This is asinine. Okay. This is the severance package for my endeavor with a hobby shop. 2mm ball driver. Severance. Lots of cool stuff. I went over the sales yesterday on the stream. And if you are shopping, consider clicking the link in the description because it helps more than you know. I DoorDashed tonight already, and it was slow. So I'm like, let me come back to my lucrative YouTube career then and get something done. I was going to do this anyway, so let's go, homie. I wish I had light bulbs on my fingers. You know what I mean? Gosh. It's never where you want it. That's what she said. Okay. Bruh. And all this to save undoing the chassis and just taking the skid plate out. Dude, the headlamp, I have it, bro. It's probably not charged, though. All right, Fred, this is for you. I don't bet it's got any juice in it. Dead. I knew it. See? Told ya. Stop. Okay. The 2mm ball end wrench though is going to be really nice. I don't know why I didn't remember it before. I was talking about it. I didn't think I'd be able to find it. Is really more the truth. But thanks for hanging out, guys. Wah wah. Fred with the jokes. Let's see. Come on, pivot ball. Activate. Form of quit doing this to me. Dude, I could have built a whole new base camp in this amount of time at this point. Okay. I think we're alone now. There doesn't seem to be anyone around. Ooh, coming from the bottom's kind of nice. So my kid and I, the girls go to bed a little earlier, but my boy and I always have a show. Don't really watch TV, but streaming stuff. So we watched all the X-Files a few months back, and we watched all of Lost, and we're watching The Office now. And then I'm going to try. I should have done this from the get. And then we're going to do the British Office, I think. Good to see you, Jeeves. It's been a while, man. I'm glad you're well. Congrats. 3-year-old dad. Cool, man. I'm going to change this one back to stock now. Light boy, Francis. The link clicking is nice, especially when it's working. I've been doing a lot of tutorials and stuff, but I really started off, even at the beginning of my YouTube stuff, it was pretty much everybody knew it was sales. And that was before there was any money in it. But I got this addiction and a handful of people to feed. So we are going in the stock location. So this 10mm deal that we've been able to accomplish is not going to be diminished by necessity because I'm able to get it done now where I wanted. stock location. Hallelujah. Let's take a look before we get all the way. I'm liking that. Slow motion for me. And put a little bit of torque on it from the top side. Make sure we hit it on the back. Okay, we are cooking with gas. Now, son of a gun, bro. Badass. Transmission activate, form of, we're checking out the drive shaft. Action. Telescopic. Rockets. Now, this is where we know this may get short. Let's see. Yep. It's an easy fix. Good thing I know what I'm doing. Okay, drive shaft. The longer one's going on because I need it to. Oh, that's a 2 millimeter as well. I always think it's set screws like they're going to be 1.5s, but they're not always. All right, this shorty. Holy Loctite, Batman. Gosh. That some bitch was in there. Yeah, I was telling the guys earlier, Francis, I was like, the light's on me, but what I'm looking at's the dark side of the moon. Bro, this is why you keep all your parts. Gosh, that is on. How? Fine, then. Because there's another way to do this if I have to. Son of a gun, man. Built it too good. I built it for what it's doing. Going fast. Fine, you're not coming out. Then I'll take you out this way. This one probably is a 1.5. But there should be a screw in here. Is that a 1.5? No. I didn't think so. It's probably Loctite at 2. There. Okay. Don't move. Don't move. I don't have a spur to hold on to either. Come on. That's it. And that keys in and screws into the metal part through the telescopic situation. And I do want to Loctite it again. Did I put it away? Nope. Then it's out here gone forever. Gone forever. And man, I got a new screw, but I'm using the old gnarly one with way too much Loctite. Let's make sure we don't put the short one back together. Okay. That was not too long now. It shouldn't be. All right. This is going to be the eureka moment we're after. I'm not going to mess with the extensions on the axles yet, but I do want to get this back together. Please tell me you're going to not be too long now. I think it'll be all right. And if it's not that hard to make it work. Let's see. Sometimes you got to roll the wheels to get it to phase there. Sick. Oh, yes. Perfect. Let me bolt it up and I'll show you. Now, when you bolt it up, you got to hang on to the transmission or it'll fall right back out again. But this here was a little shorty, which wasn't going to catch all of this telescopic in the middle. Now we're good. We've been able to stretch this one out. There's my bolts for this. Once I get one in, I can let go of a hand. Blue moon. Yes. Bruh. Stretched. Honestly, I think I'm going to put the axle extensions on and I'm going to throw the original body on so you can see what change actually has happened. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Should be easy enough. And honestly, I'm going to go NASCAR on the bolts too. Let's see. Zip, zap, zoop. Brat. Yeah, Pops. Yeah. So if I wasn't talking to you guys, I'd be doing this anyway. But I'd be watching some bullshit on YouTube. Oh, yeah, this is going to be. We'll see what it's about. H10 Origin. You got the Origin, bro. Nice. Think. All right, so I've not used these kind before. So these go right on the pin. Is that threaded on the inside? Oh, nope, it's not. All right, let's see. You know what? It's fine. I think these are 1.5. Yep, the hex is 1.5. Well, we'll do one anyway. Yeah, I got this from a viewer friend a long time ago. I use it more now. I didn't really use it much doing the planes, but I definitely use it now a lot. What is that, grass? It's a bearing. Is that plastic? Come undone. What is this? Oh, it's just a bushing. I was like, that's not supposed to be in there. Okay, yeah. So they want a pin. That's weird. I kind of like being able to bolt on the hex. This just wants to sit on the pin, and the pin is that pin's not the stock pin's not going. Oh, it came with pins. Okay, fine. Not complaining then. All right. This will be kind of neat though to see the what this actually did to the I wonder how deep that's supposed to go. May not need the bushing. Let's try it without the bushing real quick. I think I'm going to wish I had a washer though with the bushing gone. Boy, you don't want to lose these pins. I mean, these pins are doing the whole job. Same depth, no matter what. Yeah. Wishing washers. Yeah, that bushing's going to have to go back, guaranteed. Yes. Okay. Now I know. Don't drop it. Holy smokes. Smokes. Well, thanks for hanging out, y'all. That's crazy. And you got to get this shit on. Let's see if that's going to fit through the hole without being reamed out. That's what I thought might happen. I got to ream out the hub for the way these fit. I'll never get it out if I get it in, though. That's how it goes. I don't want to drill those out right now because I may not use these tires anyway. But if I put on the deep dish, then you won't get the truth about these extensions. Okay. Not yet. I won't show you the width. I'll just show you the length difference. Instead, it's doable, but it's not doable right now at 2 almost. All right, where's my hole? We're just going to go with what I had on here. It is always something, my gosh. I don't know, man. I like the sturdiness of the stock hubs, axle hexes better than the extensions. So maybe it will just end up being deep dish. I don't know. We'll see. But I'm not messing with that now. So that's all right. I know what it's going to take to do it, though. That nut still in there? Nope. 21 minutes to last call. How's that go that tight? Really? Okay. Looks exactly the same. But watch, we won't be able to tell shit. Yeah, we can. Any of you guys that know me, I'm nuts about, man, that actually works on this body. Hard to see until you scrunch it down, but the back tires are 10 millimeters back from what they were. So you can see it's not right. So that's what we did. Now, the whole width of this truck with those extensions on becomes 30 millimeters overall. So like 15 on both sides. Now, is that the whole truth? Because there's a hex there. They fit over the hex. Yeah. But it's actually like they are 15 millimeter pieces, but what you get with is 10. So an extra 20 millimeters wide when you use them. So yeah, it doesn't look like anything has happened, but it has. And the pinion angle is super nice. And if you left the links short, that pinion angle coming out the diff would come down and then up to the drive shaft. As it stands now, it's pretty straight. It's hard to see it, but that's pretty good in line from the diff to the transmission. So cool. Very cool. We will strap homie back together a different day. This will get run tomorrow because I want to see how it does on that 23 tooth pinion. And I may, my other body's not ready yet anyway. So the fact that I can actually still run this body, even though I don't like the length, is fine. So yeah, there it is. Sick. It's a little longer than it was. It's a little faster than it was. We're getting there, my friends. We're getting there. You know what? What's the point? I'll just leave it sit here. I got a mess now, but this is what's going on at right here. Baja Bug. This is like you cut this out and it's like a little wing. So that'll be cool. But I've been wanting to do. I love that they got the split hood like that. I've been wanting an excuse to do a bug for a while. I've been thinking about doing bugs, and now I'm gonna. No, there's no sway bar on it. There's no sway bar on it. It's got the two upper links and the trailing links. The sway bar is really not a bad idea at all. But I will work it out without one. Probably. So yeah, this is part 356 of making a crawler fast. So put these little bits up here. Yeah, I got some cleaning up to do. I got a drive shaft apart. We'll put it back together so it doesn't get lost. You will eat Z-bugs and be happy. Yeah, I have found if some of these little bits you don't just put back together, you'll never know what it was without getting into the manual to verify. So it's like the extra bits from this base camp build, because I didn't need the whole front axle and a bunch of the links, I assembled it all anyway. And so that's what I was pulling from here. So now I have a super short drive shaft, and the tape was to keep the middle piece all together. That's how I knew where my stuff was tonight, dudes. So that goes back in the crawler box for the 10-3 base camps. I got in on the first round of Origins when they were released, got it built finally. Now I'm doing interior and other details, lights, nitrous tanks, fire extinguisher, Rowdy Piper driver from They Live. Is it does he have I think is it NECA? Isn't that the guy? Isn't that the company that makes those? Isn't it NECA? NECA, the reason I ask is because there's two Bob Rosses, one with clothes on and one with looks like clothes on. And then I think it's the same thing for Marty McFly. And I think it may be the same thing for your Rowdy Piper. But it depends what size you need. On my FJ55 RC 4-wheel drive build, I got Marty McFly in the plastic clothes. And then my FJ40's got Bob Ross in the clothes. It just depends on the size of it. This one's from Not a Care in the World. Oh, be here all week, folks. Where's that little 1.5? I'm putting these links back together too, because I am that guy. Reverse. I'm not doing them all the way though. Man, I want to build the I've done the Phoenix, and that's the Portal one. I want to do the VS410 straight axle for that IJ or YJ, whatever it is. Everybody's doing it right now, but for good reason. It's a nice 3D printed project. What is it? YJ or IJ? Dude, I want to do one on the VS410. I've built 4 base camps lately, so I'm like, I'll do something else. He just fits in the cab with the custom interior. Looks pretty scale as he was a big. Gotcha. Dude, sick. Do you do Facebook at all? Flapping Lips? Because, dude, I'd love to see, tag me or post on RC3D Fab Factory or something. I got 2 groups. I got RC Pilots Lounge and RC3D Fab Factory. And then I'm Ryan Ramsey. If you want to tag me, it's me, but no hair, no beard, black and white hat, aviator, sunglasses, Pilot Ryan. I'd love to see it. Or Instagram, you tag me as well. Or hit me in any messenger thing. Well, cool. Now I have an extra spur for my CJ7 I'll never need. I really haven't broken much of anything on a crawler. All right, that's back in the box. That'll go in the box too. Nice. You got some cool leftovers then? Dude, you saw Harley putting the H10 axles on the VS410 for his YJ? Your Ender will do a fine one, dude. No matter how good the printer is, I swear you still have to, depending on what you want, ultimately. I mean, I got a Bamboo X1C. I'm still sanding myself silly to do these big SCX6 bodies and stuff. So, and my buddies, none of them have a Bamboo. Their stuff looks awesome. It just depends how much work you're willing to do to them. I tend to go nuts on them. I don't want to see the lines or the glue joints. And on something like an IJ, YJ, whatever, the flatter the panels are, the less of that you're going to have. So the more curves you have, the more the lines in a way are going to kind of separate, and there's more work to do. They don't separate like come apart, but visually separate. Guys, I've kept you. Holy smokes. It's almost 2. It's about normal for me. But I don't have to work till 9. But yeah, my first 3D printed project, my buddy actually printed the parts, and it was a Land Rover. I built it on a base camp. Looks like a Boom Racing rig, but it's on a 4-link coilover deal instead of leafs. But it being a Land Rover, it's like it's all flat, the pieces. And he printed them off, but I put the whole thing together. It was the first one I did. And because it was all flat, bro, I was spoiled right away because the fidelity, I didn't do any finish work other than paint. And I did matte, like flat paint, and then I did a clear coat of matte or satin. Because the more glossy it is, the more you show off imperfections. And I was like, well, I don't want to do that. And being a bunch of flat pieces and the way it was oriented when he printed off, Tim Lock or Levi Luther, cool. Yeah, dude, tag me, G. Ryan Ramsey, Pilot Ryan. Or yeah, if you're on there, go to RC3D Fab Factory and post it up, dude. I think everybody gets in. I don't know if I don't remember if there's a question to get in or not. I mean, it's just making sure people aren't fishing people. That's all. Oh, I gotcha. Got a few. Yeah, I'd love to see it. But yeah, man, I want to do a VS410. I want to do a Boom Racing kit. I kind of want to do the Leaf one. I've done some Leaf. The best cheap leaf spring rig, you'll laugh. But that FMS 16 Jimny, it's 10 scale. It's just it's like maybe it's almost 13 inches instead of like 12.5, 12.3, 12.7. And it's really slick where the motor and transmission is on those FMS SEX6 Jimnys, 16 scale Jimnys, I mean. And it's way different than their LC80. It's way different than their Blazers. They've just rebranded a bunch of different things. But that 16 Jimny, man, the transmission's really nice. It's going to help you maintain and keep the interior open for scale interiors type things. I don't know if you've seen some of these rigs, but I did the leaf spring conversion on that FJ40 from FMS, which is the same chassis that's under this Jimny, except that the leaves are either on the top or bottom of the axle. You can undo that stuff and flip them. Fred, see ya. I'm out of here soon. But this one, and this yellow one down here, not the FJ40, are basically 6 scale Jimnys. So are these. And they don't come with leaf springs, but I put them on there. But the Jimny does come with leaf springs. So this is the FMS Jimny with a 3D printed 1964 Travelall. And you can move around the mounts a little bit, do some things to get the ride height, what you want. But I mean, those kits are like $230. You just take off the Jimny body, change everything you want, and it's not bad. I need some graphics on this. I've got a 6 scale version of this too, right there. But yeah, I've got a handful of leafers, but I'd love to do a boom one. leafer, 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 leaf, leaf. The rest are coilovers. Actually, the Winnebago's a leafer as well. Oh, you can't see it. The Tonka truck's Winnebago as well. Guys, appreciate you. I am on a roll. My word. Fun. I got some stuff done. Doesn't look like it. We sussed out the 40-tooth CJ7 spur. If I had a smaller motor, I'd have been able to get it to mesh, but the Vortex 3S BLX 3200 kV motor, you cannot physically move it over enough because the transfer case stuff is in the way. So I don't want to change the motor. Right now it's cool. I got the Vortex AVC receiver, ESC, and the motor in here. Probably the steering servo too, to be honest. So I'm a little faster, a little bit longer. Appreciate you guys. We'll see you in the next one. Probably Saturday night. We're going to go out and run some stuff Saturday morning. I'm going to run this. Oh, cool. Flapping lips. It may be tomorrow before I look at them. But yeah, dude, pumped. Cool. Thank you. The Guillemon's going out. Coyote has been fully done. I added another 10% overdrive, so it's at 20% overdrive. Did the dig, threw brushless on it, got some brass, keeps getting better. I have not run it yet with the more excited about the brushless in it than the dig, but whatever. I just wanted to do everything that you could do to that. So Coyote, Guillemon, pre-runners are going to probably run Saturday. So I'll see how fast this is on the 23 tooth and go from there. So thanks for all your support, guys. If you we'll see you soon. We're out of here in 5. Hanger Rats forever. We'll 3 later. You're too good to be forgotten. We'll see you next time. I also have build vids here in YouTube on this channel. I think I've seen you in other streams, right? Don't you pop in on Matt and Harley? Bro, you can at me on YouTube too. Pilot Ryan Media. I'll check you out. I'll check you out, man. I'd love to. Thanks for coming over. This is not a normal night. It's usually me and Kelly on Saturday nights, but I just do what I want, man. Appreciate you guys. Love you. God bless. We'll see you next time. Bye.